Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'll be bringing a very interesting video to you because this is extremely interesting and it will save you guys a lot of time, effort, and hassle. But this video is about who can wear multiple crystals. And Florida Stone Man, of course, but this has been a journey. Some crystals have fought me because they purge, just flat out purge and purify dark energy within one's soul. And you either fight the crystal and things go completely, absolutely nuts, or you work with it and you have a complete harmony. Counting birds that fly over my head. Usually my angels tell me, but I wanted to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8, cool. It's a very good number, especially for this video, but this video is talking to you about, 8 is about infinity, so that definitely applies to this video. Only Florida Stone Man's the one to pause on a video to count birds, and I wish I showed them with you guys, but this video is talking about who can wear multiple crystals. And as of recently, there's a lot of people who come to me to get crystals privately. Now, certain people, I'll measure a certain amount of crystals they'll wear at once. Some people do absolutely excellent when they wear multiple crystals, but I have found that certain people, it seems like everything goes into malfunction mode. And what do I mean by malfunction mode? It's like Moldavite times 100. And I do need to say this video as a message because I do see people who haven't gotten crystals from me wearing multiple crystals, or people in general who have multiple crystals, and their lives are very interesting. And not interesting in a way that they desire. It feels like everything's against them all the time. So, from someone who hasn't gotten crystals from me, I see there is one person in particular who no one knows, but this person wears a lot of crystals. I don't even think this person's gonna watch this video either, but and I'm using people as an example because experience applies. So, this hair. One thing about crystals, one crystal alone, because people will ask me, can I have something with everything in it? And I say no. That'll flat out drive you mad. It'll make you mad. One crystal, I mean, you have to learn the crystal and its energy. You have to know 100% about a crystal before you get one with multiple crystals in it. From someone who specializes in that. So the thing about wearing multiple crystals, they're constantly testing you, and if you're wrong, some of them will kind of basically make your life as crazy as possible and put you on the spot. I'll give you an example, and this is nuts. This is nuts. These crystals, I mean, it's not nuts, but they work like a technology. They have their own mind. Anytime I am not right in saying something, or I'm not right in an argument, it's not my angels that do it. My angels do, they do it as well, but the Malachite will get me first. As crazy as it sounds, it's right over my heart. Anytime I speak and I'm not right about something, the Malachite will basically make it feel like I'm having a palpitation, or like it starts flipping out. It's like irregular heartbeat, but it's not an actual heartbeat, it's a spiritual heartbeat. So that alone, kind of, it makes me stay in check sometimes. And you guys can ignore this hair behind me because it's windy. But that sometimes freaks me out. It's a good thing because it helps me stay in the right. It helps me stay in light. When there's any kind of debates, people arguing or me breaking up certain things, and I'm not in the right side, just this crystal alone will be scary. This crystal will be nuts. It'll have you itching spiritually itching. It'll have you having like phantom feelings all over you, and it's like an energy like almost punishment, but it's not punishment because it's showing you that what you're doing is wrong to help you change and to help you do better. If you're able to wear crystals and your whole life is in complete harmony, that means you pass their tests, but no test is ever truly passed because you keep getting new ones. And you have to check how you feel. You have to check if you're aligned. And this has been a thing of when I started my crystal journey. I've always been my own human guinea pig because how am I going to teach anyone else if I haven't gone through it myself? So mixing multiple crystals, it took me a very long time, and the crystals do challenge you, and I did figure out so much knowledge just over time. But okay, some crystals, they're easy to wear. Some of them are tough to wear. Some of them you have to wear them on both sides of your body. So, like, that's why some of my designs, like, it's basically duality But then the duality, then it transcends into fifth dimension consciousness. I'm not going to speak like that, but I mean, the crystals can be a lot for people who fight their energy. And the crystals will always, well, I'm not going to say the crystals will always win. Good will always win. Right will always win. I'm going to use one guy as an example who probably will watch this video. This video's for him. Because, yeah, he kind of was surprised when he got a multi-necklace from me, but I wish I could use people's names, but I'm not allowed to. So one guy, he got a necklace from me. And I'm going to have him watch. I'm going to actually send him this video first, but when he used the multi-necklace, everything around him started getting nuts. Anyone doing anything bad was getting caught. Anyone cheating, anyone doing anything. If you guys can imagine, it's very hectic and it's very crazy. And people who were doing stuff behind his back instantly didn't stop messaging. Became aggressive and attacking. And just a whole bunch of stuff went on. People were not able to be friendly or nice to him anymore. It became complete wildfire. Like his relationship, I can say this because no one knows who this is, but this message specifically for him, that's going to help other people. And what's a multi-necklace? It's a crystal necklace with multiple crystals in it. And if you worked with a crystal for a very long time and you wear those crystals, it's probably not going to be anything new because you've passed their tests through a period of time. But if you've never worn them before and you're slapping them all together, life's going to change. Any wrongs will be made right. Any darkness will be put away, put down. And people are not ready for this because some people of light will have dark characteristics. They'll have dark behaviors. Because keep in mind, even the best human on the entire earth, when God made Adam and Eve, Adam still bit into the apple, Eve bit into the apple. They were convinced by the snake it's at the beginning of time. Humans are not perfect. We'll always have dark characteristics, shadow qualities, just deep down in us that it's part of being human. It's part of being on the earthly plane. There's always something around us tempting us. And the crystals, if you wear multiple crystals at once, if you have darkness in your soul, it will bring that in front of you and it will scare you. It will be hectic and crazy and wildfire, and the crystals pretty much feel like they're beating you up. For people who have Moldavite before, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, when I got Moldavite, it was crazy. It made my life crazy for 6 months straight, and then things got better. It's like that times 100 billion thousand when it comes to wearing multiple crystals. Because these crystals have their own mind. It's like a technology. What am I saying in this video? Am I saying don't wear multiple crystals? What I'm saying is, because these crystals, what they do is they emphasize your energy, and they'll constantly make everything around you something to blame until you realize it's yourself to blame. So it's emphasizing something. Same thing with obsidian. Like many crystals together act like an obsidian. Just not like a complex obsidian. So it's a lot. It is a lot. This is why I will probably be selling a lot less anything in the future, as much as I'd love to. And for the people I care about, if there's shadows that I don't know that are within them, like one of the reasons it's tough for this guy in particular to be around certain friends is because some of them are mischievous, and those crystals cut that out. So any kind of behaviors that are not seen, and maybe without mischief, there's good mischief and there's bad mischief. It was the bad mischief. The good mischief is fine. Humans are like children, so there will be mischievous, even beings of light can be mischievous sometimes, like, haha, I pulled your hair, haha, and they'll just laugh, versus, haha, I made you bald. It's not like that. So there's good mischief and there's bad mischief, which I've taught in previous videos. But when it comes to working with crystals, when you work with multiple crystals, and especially if you don't know the properties of yin and yang and which side of the body that they belong to, or you're gonna get overwhelmed, like flat out overwhelmed. And if I had to say numbers, the maximum amount of crystals I would start off with is about 3 or 4 if you're using a multi-necklace. Even that's a lot for people. When you get to 5 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 crystals all at once you've never worn before, it's gonna feel like it's gonna feel like a curse or a hex. And it's gonna feel like everyone around you, and the thing is, it's your own energy that has been doing it to yourself the whole time, just in little ways. Think about this. There's 365 days in a year. if you're to face 365 days of the year as problems all at once, to not face those problems, it's going to show them to you. It's going to be very overwhelming. It's going to be like, what's this? What is this? And it's you. And even with my crystals, I have multiple other crystals as an example. Malachite's like one of the craziest ones. Even if you have malachite nearby, another crystal is black hypersthene. This crystal, that black hypersthene is like just a crystal that will make it feel like things are crazy, nuts, wild. But all it does is shows you where your problem lies. If you're being the problem, if it can show you the tiniest thing. With me, it was I wasn't drinking enough water. How wild! Like at one point in time, I was not drinking enough water, and it manifested everything and directly in front of me, made my life very, very crazy, just to show me to drink more water. I'm like, what? Like, it's the smallest little thing. So these crystals, and essentially when I drink more water, I felt better. My spiritual gifts opened more, etc. But when you're wearing multiple, you're constantly at test. Your soul is at test. Light will always win. Everything that's good will always win. If you fight any kind of dark aspects that they try to bring out, it's gonna, like I said, as simple as it's gonna feel like everything's horrible. It's gonna feel like life's going down the drain, and it's actually not. It goes like this, and like a roller coaster. But it's waiting for you to correct yourself. So I know people who are getting multiple gemstones and I'm talking about wearing them, not just having them around. But when you have multiple crystals, especially some of the more intricate and challenging ones, and you're mixing them all together and you don't know what you're doing, you can expect your life to be crazy. Why is it crazy? And I hope this is making sense. It's because it's making you confront yourself. One of the best crystals in the entire world for love, as an example, because this is my Morganite. That's my Morganite. For people who have really, really bad relationships and all their relationships go down the drain, when they get a Morganite necklace from me, everything's automatically fixed. Like, the person stops blaming other people, they stop putting other people down, they stop being the victim. It's because Morganite shows you that your thought patterns, your beliefs, what you're doing, it's not working out for you. It's just not. It does it in a more loving way. It's like, hey, it's okay, we're human, we can't be nice, versus obsidian. Obsidian and black hypersthene is like, you're the problem! And it does it to all of us. Because imagine and this is the biggest thing, I'm teaching shadow work very heavily, and I've been making better people because of it. Because if you don't face your shadows, you become your shadow. And a lot of people out here in this world have given up and become their shadow. When they go to the afterlife, they are a shadow. That's why you see, that's why you see people as shadow people moving around like that, because they've become their own shadow. Some good, some not good, but usually the shadow people are bad. I gotta make a video about that. What happens when you become your shadow? You take it with you to the afterlife. So I'm saving you guys from that. Move yourselves closer to God. Ask Him to show you in ways that you can understand on how you can be able to change. If not, then the afterlife is a very heavy one for you. It's not an escape. It's not getting away. It's, oh, I'm back here again, but I can't change anything now? Oh no. And then that's actually how a lot of evil spirits are made, is because these things have not confronted their shadows in life. They've had all the opportunity and chance, and now they're around people who are alive, and they actually are angry because they can't change it or do anything, and they don't have any influence, and they drive themselves absolutely nuts, and they become evil and angry spirits. That's why you have hauntings. That's why you have these little things that go on here and there that are just pesky and bothersome. With a crystal such as tourmaline from Florida, stoneman.com will help you get rid of that. But what do I suggest then? If I'm not suggesting you guys to get multiple crystals together, because this is a relatively new thing that I have found, start in order the chakras. So start with, this is a really good point. Start with the black ones, black tourmaline, and always keep black tourmaline around. Keep black tourmaline around. Never leave it at home. Never just be without black tourmaline. So start with black tourmaline. It'll ground you. It'll help root you. It'll help center you. It'll help open your spiritual gifts, especially if anyone's been doing anything to block them or control them. Then you can go to citrine. Then you can go to or carnelian, because carnelian is very important. Then citrine. Then you can go to the heart chakra crystals such as rose quartz, and then blue chalcedony, and then you work your way up through crystals like that. But you really have to 100% be able to explain a crystal and what it does before you wear a bunch of them. Because if I point to one crystal and I can't name a bunch of things it does, then you don't know what it's doing to you, and it's probably making your life crazy. Now, what happens when you stop fighting it? When you stop fighting what the crystals do, they help you. The tide of abundance is very major. And I'll talk about that in the future. Why don't I teach so much about abundance and abundance rituals? It's because you guys are getting programmed very heavily into anti-abundance. And I'm undoing that before like teaching you what societal programming does, but that's a topic for another video. The thing about wearing multiple crystals is you get constantly tested, and if you're wrong, they're gonna make everything feel wrong. They're gonna make everything crazy, but when you put down your ways, when you set yourself aside and realize you're not correct, and move closer to God and ask him to show you what's correct, because we as humans, we can't ever know what's correct. We can't lean into our own understanding. We have to lean into God's understanding, because do we have eyes at the back of our head? Not physical ones. But this will really help you guys. Start off with crystals and move on to more crystals when you're able to name everything about what they do, if you're going to wear them all at once, or they'll make your life completely crazy. Simple as that. And the craziness comes from darkness and shadows within. So you just release it, and that doesn't become a part of you. If you fight it, then it'll fight you. Light always wins. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!